Welcome to this video here on The Fight Game. Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte are preparing for a monumental second meeting inside the boxing ring come August 12th, fittingly billed as History of Violence. A history of violent delights indeed, as both these warriors haven't only fought once, but actually twice. Once in the amateurs and once in the professional ranks, with Whyte winning the one in the amateurs and Joshua winning the one in the professionals. Perhaps you could say it's 1-1, and a historic bout of heavyweight epicness is called upon to settle the score. There's the boxing business, and then there's the heavyweight boxing business. And now we go one step further in a domestic heavyweight boxing clash of epic proportions. The bout will take place in the O2 Arena in a rematch that is sure to satisfy expectations in a promise of action and entertainment. Dillian Whyte turned professional in 2011 and collected 16 straight victories without taking a single loss before coming up against Joshua. Joshua, who turned pro in 2013, entered the bout with 14 straight victories and 0 losses. Their first fight was a fantastic fight to watch, and you could certainly argue it played a massive part in the revival of not only heavyweight boxing, but boxing in general in the United Kingdom. It perhaps sparked an ancient primal appetite for the sport of boxing again, with fans fervently longing for those big heavyweight knockouts with thousands of chanting fans. It wasn't long, of course, before both these guys were trading bombs in the center of the ring.
Officially for the club wants revenge for that defeat in ringing hooks of his. Let's see what happens.
Tower behind it, he's not set himself properly. A great shot from
Sees
Joshua.
that right hand coming.
Good Joshua, but you've got to think what you're doing.
Jabbing, and we have to see,
Joshua nails him with a left hand. Whyte in trouble already. Again a wobble. Again it was the left. Then a right comes through. Joshua sticks his tongue out at Whyte. Whyte in survival mode here already. And Whyte is starting to come apart here already.
Whyte's got a hold. He's got a hold. The public.
Again, the bell and Whyte not having any of it. Whyte's lost control. Whyte has lost control completely. And what's happening?
Joshua hits Whyte after the bell, and Whyte was having none of it, and absolute chaos follows. Joshua lands some stunning shots throughout the following round, but is hurt in return by a left hook from Whyte.
Whyte can certainly take a punch, and he shook Joshua. He shook Joshua.
Joshua's hurt.
Joshua's in big trouble.
Yeah, give Whyte obviously the round, but he hunt the
He's
shot.
got him.
Terrific.
Finally got him. Is this the...
Once in a while.
Which he is doing, but
Buster
look at the
can't
legs.
stop it.
There's a grin from Whyte, but the legs are betraying him, and down he goes. Tip and unbelievable at the finish. Joshua.
The fight ends with a crazy uppercut from Joshua. You can't beat a good old-fashioned uppercut that lands clean to end the night. This fight sparked a frenzy throughout the United Kingdom, reignited that love for boxing, and put it back into the spotlight for the casual fan to get involved again.
You know, there's no rush, and I'm going to keep on building and building and building until I make my mark in this heavyweight division.
The rematch is going to be an interesting one, because in one way it may serve as an ending to a beginning. If their first fight can be looked upon as a beginning of the revival of boxing in the UK, this fight will tie the knot on the saga that started it all. Both boxers, although having fought before, may find themselves strangers again, as so much time has passed and so much development has taken place in both their lives inside and outside the ring. Joshua went on to win several world titles, having a Fight of the Century event, a crushing upset loss, a moment of revenge in Saudi, and more recently a meeting with one of the best pound-for-pound boxers to ever exist, Alexander Usyk. There's been a lot of ups and downs in the lives of Anthony Joshua and Dillian Whyte. Both boxers have pushed through and defied odds, scored crazy knockouts, and shown heart and character. Joshua's development of late has been particularly interesting. Anthony Joshua seems to have had a tumultuous relationship with the way he's been boxing. We all know Joshua to be this big, massive puncher, a guy with collective bone-crushing punches that can serve ruin to the most formidable opponents. But is that actually how he wants to box? It would seem not. After his first fight with Usyk, there was quite the push from the public for Joshua to use his strength and physicality, to play into some of his attributes as a boxer, to use his weight and power to dominate his opponents. Joshua changed coaches to Robert Garcia for the rematch. But in hindsight, it seemed like although Joshua went with this coach known for aggressiveness, in his heart he wanted to be boxing a totally different way. But alas, He likely took advice from those with a bloodthirsty desire for Joshua to just go out there and throw bombs without a second thought.
But remember, Usyk got the biggest pressure. Backhand. He just can't give Joshua these rounds. Good shot. I think Usyk, a good shot from Usyk. I think Usyk. Good shot from Joshua. But the spirit is still there. And he'll want to try and do it again. Oh, good shot from Joshua. Big shot from Joshua. Lovely. Usyk. Good right hook too there. Turns Joshua. Oh, left hand from Usyk. Oh, good shot from Usyk. Oh, he's a bit open there, Joshua. And Usyk starting to really...
Well, a rematch with Usyk resulted in another loss for Joshua, and in the post-fight interview, all was revealed. It's in my opinion that suppressed thoughts and emotions revealed themselves through words to Usyk himself. Let's take a listen.
You're very strong guy, listen. I don't care about strong, I have that skill. Being strong doesn't win boxing. Skills win boxing.
Yeah, okay.
You're not strong, how did you beat me? How? Because of skill.
Usyk says Joshua is strong, which seems to annoy Joshua, likely because he's sick of hearing that. He clearly understands boxing. He knows he's strong, but he also knows being strong isn't enough. He needs to be skilled too, as Usyk demonstrated. He wants a coach that will teach him the fundamentals of the sport, to help him master the art of skill, and that is what ultimately led to Joshua changing coaches to a coach obsessed with fundamentals, Derek James in Dallas, Texas. James is the coach to Errol Spence, a boxer with some of the best fundamentals in the sport. Boxing doesn't have to be about throwing swinging left hooks and right uppercuts, but something much more simple, a standard punch thrown at the right time to land clean. That's what Joshua wants. He's a 6'6" heavyweight. Why not box like one? Use his reach and height. Shorter boxers would do well to gravitate towards being low in their posture and aggressive in their approach. Meanwhile, tall boxers should utilize their strengths and keep opponents at bay. It seems fairly self-explanatory. You should box the way your body suits you to box. Joshua got an opportunity to show what he's been working on when he took on Jermaine Franklin in his debut fight with his new coach. Joshua showed exactly that. He was cool, calm, and collected. An efficient economy of movement, keeping his opponent at a generous range when needed, jabbing well to score points and to set up his bigger shots. No more reckless swinging, no more search and destroy, but clean, good boxing. Of course, us fans want to see a vicious knockout. Of course we do. But as fans, we also don't bear the consequences when a boxer loses. We turn off our televisions and return to daily life, while these boxers have to live with the wins and losses day in and day out. There is no turning off the television for these athletes. It is their life. So when a boxer like Joshua decides to better himself as a boxer, we as fans have to see what benefit it's serving him, the boxer, not us, the fans. So expect Joshua to be boxing like this from now on. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we won't be seeing Joshua knocking guys out anymore. Certainly not. It just means how he might go about knocking guys out is going to change. It doesn't mean he's going to be passive, it just means he's going to be a bit more fine-tuned, more skilled, more thoughtful with his work. You can still go for the KO in a methodical way. So all in all, expect a better Anthony Joshua. An Anthony Joshua who has really put a lot of effort into improving himself. As fans, we love watching how boxers try to improve themselves. So let's enjoy this transformation of Anthony Joshua, and let's see how good he can really become under this new guidance of Derek James. As for Whyte, of course he has developed nicely since his defeat to Joshua many years prior. He's followed his loss with 11 straight victories, knocking out friends and foes alike.
So that'll give him a bit of energy.
Yeah. Oh, and that's good night. It is all over.
With arms on him the size of 2 big oak trees, certainly you don't want to be feeling the full force of one of those haymakers. Whyte's second loss of his pro career came against Alexander Povetkin, which happened in Eddie Hearn's back garden no less. What a strange time that was. Long gone are the days where we're watching mega fights take part at the Hearn household. Count on Eddie Hearn to do whatever it takes to make the big fights happen.
Another body shot from Dillian Whyte, and a gander for Dillian Whyte in quite a while.
Just landed 2 really good rounds there.
Beautiful shot through his career. Oh, but a beautiful countering shot. Take nothing away from a very good one. Big shot from Alexander Povetkin.
It was a vicious uppercut from Povetkin, rendering Whyte unconscious. But the test of a boxer's will and character is how they respond to adversity. Every boxer loses. It's part of the sport. So much would be told when we got to see the rematch.
Inching closer, closing the distance, and a good shot from Whyte. You see Whyte, in order for Whyte to throw.
Oh, good shot as well, and the ropes keep him up, and now he's in big trouble.
A different story this time, as Whyte brutally gets revenge with a vicious left hook. You wouldn't be gloating about Dillian Whyte's footwork anytime soon, but if you get hit with one of those ripping hooks, it's good night, sleep tight. His career is certainly storied with fantastic knockouts with ripping hooks just like this one. Joshua may have better boxing ability, but that danger factor is very present when you're stepping into the ring against Dillian Whyte. Perhaps Whyte will aim to bring out the old Joshua, who may present a vulnerability to capitalize on. It may be a battle of self-restraint and control for Joshua, while for Whyte, it may be a task of jousting the former world champion into an all-out brawl. It's going to be a very interesting fight to watch unfold. Both Joshua and Whyte bring a lot to the table, and of course, as we all know, you can't beat a good old-fashioned heavyweight matchup. Who do you guys think will win this heavyweight mega fight? Anthony Joshua or Dillian Whyte? Let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, consider giving it a like as it helps us grow the channel. We'll see you in the next video here on The Fight Game.